Okay, I think we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Okay, I heard about this series. I think I have heard about it for a while, but I learned about it again recently, earlier this year, and I've heard great things about this series. It's a long series. I think one of the longest like games I've seen because I saw like all the games that there are in it. Um, and it seems like a lot, especially with the hours you could put into it. So I wanted to try it out. I want to see what the hype is all about. I know nothing about this series. I heard great things about it though. But all I heard from the consensus is that if you want to start this, start in Trails in the Sky, which apparently has 3 games in this one. Because I think there's 3 again. Trails in the Sky, Trails of Dawn, I think is what it's called, and then there's Trails of Cold Steel. Cold Steel is the most, I think, with 4 games. But then I think they just released a new one actually for the Dawn one. I might be wrong. I forgot all the names for it. But all I know is that people told me to start this game with this, start this series with this. So I am very, very excited to see what this is all about. So without further ado, normal, hard, and nightmare. Average difficulty for those wanting a little challenge. A difficult setting for those who find normal a bit lacking. Nightmare. It's your funeral. May adios be with you. Yeah, no, I just want I want a fun, chill experience. So, normal we shall go. Oh, forget there's no voice acting in this. Okay. Mm, Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today too. And Scarrow's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy. I don't want... It just feels weird saying it out loud. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm fit as a fiddle. That reminds me, though. I bought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now why don't you come have a look? I got you a boy. oh, what an interesting present. What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? What? Why is my present a boy? Okay. Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? What, you thought he brought you a dead boy? Oh, looks kinda dead if you ask me. Jesus Christ. I treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need him to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly, and he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair, and a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he a illegitimate child or something? Did you betray mommy? Where have you been picking up these kind of words? No doubt from Scarazard, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out in business, and I don't even know his name. You mean bracer business? Something like that. Oh, look. He's waking up. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please try and rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why? Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just worked out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright! Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! Oh! You're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it a lot take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute, don't try and chase us up. Oh. Ow! Quit yelling! Alright, already. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is going to make things worse. Do I hear Yelling? Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name. You know, that thing people call you? I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? It seems like a logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve your detriment. Fine. My name is... There's an intro? The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. Oh. Time skip? Who the frick are these people? Whoa. Whoa, what an intro. The music was really good. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, I heard this was a pretty old game too. This looks very like Final Fantasy esque. Ah, it's so bright in here. I slept like a rock. That must be his dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Oh, his name is Joshua. Okay. Well, guess that's a no. Well, I guess I better get myself ready then, too. Bravo, bravo. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. There we go. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was just already up when I heard you start to play. Oh my god, can I change the volume? So loud. I can't believe how awake you are. Though, even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind, with the siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing a harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl's gonna be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although, I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talk about hobbies for now. Dang. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua. Papa? Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't you both of you hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay, I'm on my way. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. There'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we finish, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not gonna let you treat me like a kid anymore either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? please tell me that you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we mastered the skills we've been learning and training. Don't you remember what Scarra's saying? That if we failed, we'll be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap! I totally forgot. Not that you mentioned it. I guess I kind of like remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. I honestly don't know how you survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha! You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Scarra's gonna be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she said gets when someone keeps her waiting? Well, it's not exactly chibi form, but it's like in the middle. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you like to eat, Dad? Any request? Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about Ruan-style scalloped fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce? What's that? I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle. Or our stomachs. You're right. I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try and make something edible. How rude! But I can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. You're supposed to be getting the latest edition today. Got it. One copy of Liberal News from the General Goods Store. 500 Mira. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wishful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're hanging out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Scarazard my regards. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, here we go. Oh, snap. Oh, wow, here's the menu. Yeah, let's save. Nice. Status. Holy crap. Level 3. Joshua level 3 too. Cool. Wait, so I don't move keyboard? I move in mouse. Interesting. Oh, that's gonna be a little weird. Oh, I have to get used to this. Oh, spacebar? Okay. North Roland, 49 Selje. South Garoon Gate, 259 Selje. So I guess we go north. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, so apparently, yeah, this is the main map, but like, apparently on the left or right are the other games. Like, apparently we're supposed to take place. So, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, like, I'm very curious of how it gets to be later on. City of Roland. Oh, here we go. Ooh. What a nice little city. Well, it looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today's our last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you expect to get away with any less effort. Oh, yeah, I guess I did. Alright then, let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Scarra. You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Scarra at the Bracer Guild over there then. Over where? That's Orman Factory. Arms and guard. Okay, no. General goods store. That is not something we should be going to. That's a... No, not here. That's a hotel. Where? Who are you, though? Good morning, Mr. Elgar. Good morning, sir. Well, you're up rather early, aren't you? Correct me if I'm wrong, but today's your last day of training, isn't it? I seem to remember you saying something about it last time I had you in to run the store. Yes, that's right. I see. Well, I'm sure you'll do just fine, Joshua. Now, Stella, on the other hand, I've got good reason to worry. She's always been a bit scatterbrained ever since she was a child. Probably all the knocks she took to the head playing with the boys. Really? So I guess that scatterbrained trait isn't something new, huh? I'll give you a head injury if you don't shut up. And don't call me scatterbrained. Okay, you two, let's not fight now. And you need me getting over to the guild? Okay, it's here. Wait. Okay, didn't check that building for some reason. Aina. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Aina. Good morning. Is Skara here today already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll be finally recognized as the members of the Bracers Guild. Good luck to both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. Oh, it's her. From the intro. Oh, that's Scarazard? The Star and the Hangman. The Hermit and the Magician. And last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How shall I interpret this? Good morning, Skara! Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Well, since it's my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel the enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training's my way of trying to keep some of information in your head instead of letting it dribble out of your ears like it usually does. Wait, Joshua, Skara's picking on me. Don't worry, Skara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly, is overly naive, and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything, her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an orbment with some practice. Eventually. Probably. I guess there's not much I can do except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Skara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this. I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close to attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. Okay, what the heck is ordnance? Oh wait, no. I pressed the wrong one! Okay, bracers. Let's just go with that. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect citizens and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manage the affairs of the bracers in each region. Okay, ornaments. Ornaments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or process Semthium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role to all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as Orbital Revolution. Liberal Kingdom. The Kingdom of Liberal, in which we sit on, is the western half of the Zemurian continent. Yeah, I think all the games take place in the Zemurian continent, but just different parts, and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberal is proud to be one of the leading producers of Septian on the continent, and is known for its high level of technology used to develop ornaments. Ornament technology has been a key pillar of support for Liberal and protect its independence as it has contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberal was invaded by the Aerobian Empire, it was the use of orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberal enjoys peace. Okay, that's all. Let's see, since we got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Scara? How is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time, you'll have to go out and make physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes! That's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at the desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have it. Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give to both of you. Aina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two, go get one for each of yourselves. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Bracer Notebook. Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear, anything that you may finding where, these kind of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood. Crap, this sounds like I'm gonna be a pain. Oh, please tell me if my ears were playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by that door. You can see that there is a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. When the bulletin board is approached, a exclamation mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display the job list. Okay, selecting job names on the list, you can view the details. Okay. training retrieval term long. Okay, 500 Mira. Ooh, we get paid for this. This training will involve searching the sewers beneath Roland and bringing back the contents of a chest. See Scarazar for details. Right. Details of the job confirmed on the bulletin board and other important events will be automatically recorded in the Bracer Notebook. The Bracer Notebook can be easily found by clicking on the Books tab of the Items menu. It can also be accessed by configuring a Bracer Book shortcut button on the configuration menu. Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a Bracer performs on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for Bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a Bracer calls for much more than just someone who with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Is that so? Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha! Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbital Factory and learning about how to use its services. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure you're to be on your best behavior. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here is where you learn how to use an Orbital Factory services. At an Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use Orbital Arts. Arts have a wide range of effects and if mastered can be extremely helpful. The Bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has a long-standing relationship with these Orbital Factories. Anyway, this is as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here. No problem. Leave everything to me. So what is it you would like to know about? Ormans, give me a second. Need a drink. Drink something. Ormans. Ornaments are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installations of various types of quartz. By definition, that means the lights, airship engines, and so on are also types of ornaments. However, the ones we will be discussing today are battle ornaments, which enhances the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each ornament is adjusted to match the owner's personal attitude, the structures for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which connect them at any rate, that's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be open at an Orbital Factory, like this. It'll take a fair amount of Sepith too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. Okay. Orbital Arts. Simply put, Orbital Arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle ornaments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must be first synthesized at an Orbital Factory. Ornaments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. This dang. Love explanation. The type of arts one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with a water elemental value. In reality, ornaments are much more complex than what I described, but I think this information shall suffice for now. Okay. Quartz. Quartz are circuits made from Sepith. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's abilities while simultaneously make it possible for them to use arts. However, you'll not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz has been installed into a slot. However, there are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check your ornament and decide where you'll be installing it ahead of time. Okay, Sepith. Sepith are fragments of septium which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: earth, brown; water, blue; fire, red; wind, green; time, black; space, gold; and mirage, silver. Interesting colors for the last few ones. Interesting. Okay. Sepith can be exchanged for Mira almost anywhere, but at the Orbital Factory, it can be used to synthesize quartz to open orbment slots in which install the synthesized quartz. Okay, that's it. It looks like Mr. Melders has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try to use the service here. For that, you're going to need some Sepith. Ooh, okay, of each type. With that amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbits. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay. But for Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally at a shop, you will be able to exchange Sepith for Mira, but for this training, you will not be able to use this service. Okay, upon modify your trade. Okay. Oh, okay. It can't be him. Here we go. Modifying trade. We'll do attack. Alright, it looks like you were able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install a quartz into your ornaments so that you can use both recovery and attack arts. Okay, the ornament screen. The ornament screen can be utilized by selecting the ornament tab in the main menu. Now it's... Wait, look at your ornaments and make sure that recovery and attack arts are divided between them. You can figure this out by looking at the arts and quartz charts in your bracing notebook. Okay. Did I not install it? I'm feeling I'm not getting it. Character business. Oh, that's interesting. Arts, arts and quartz charts. Arts and quartz charts. Let me see. Oh, what the fudge? Oh, that is... Oh... I kinda don't get it. Wait. Oh god. Wait. Ah! I'm confused. Wait, yeah, I'm very confused about this. Oh, give me a second here. Okay, install the ornaments, right? I probably have to look this up. I don't think I'm understanding. I think I'm just too dumb. Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, so it still can't just use any. Oh. Should I use the blue one? And yeah, I just looked it up. You have to install the blue one. What the fudge? Okay. Alright, it looks like you got the both recovery and attack art set up. Oh, I see what she means. We have to divide for both of us. If you balance your arts out between each other like you've done it here, it shouldn't make dealing with the monster much easier. Additionally, your Bracer notebook contains information about which quartz allows you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your Bracer notebooks. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your ordnance. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you'll have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them all early on. Now, I want you to use a Sepith and open a slot in each of your ornaments. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. I see you managed to open one of your ornament slots, Estelle. Since your central slot is not limited to a particular elemental, you are free to install any type of quartz you like. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've been waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Aha, ha 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 ha. Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little yes yapping and a little more walking? Joshua, help me! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help today. Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua! All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Scara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but isn't there going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Oh my god, is she really just that dimwit? Yeah, and I even made you jot down what you read in your Bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? What a relief. Oh, divine adios. I give thanks to thee for thy infinite graces in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test? No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory. I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in the classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll be even able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about both of you try to at least look a little anxious? Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with those results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland Sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which have been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Tear Bomb. Monster's Guide. What's this book for? It's called a Monster's Guide, and it's used to record information about the monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attribute, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Scara. We'll put it to good use. Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Sorry, gotta delete something. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. Well, here we go. Wait a minute, Estelle. There appears to be a recovery point over there, so we should use it if our HP or EP becomes low. Charging stations are recovery points to set up in dangerous areas. As the recovery point is approached, it looks... Okay. Sounds like a plan to me. Oh, that's a cute noise. Oh, wow. Monsters at 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. The conditions at the start of the battle will change depending on how monsters engage. All from behind while being attacked by... Okay. Wait, battle order. Get to attack sports. Starts from the top and moves down. Interesting. Attack an enemy. You may also use it to move if you are using a mouse and click an empty location. The highlighted area indicates the distance a character can move. Select the target. Oh, okay. Ooh. It's really not gonna attack.
Alright, we're good to go.
Alright, we're good to go. Hey! Juicy bone, huh? What the frick is that? Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay! Okay, EP is consumed when the arts are used. EB can be recovered by resting at inns, hotels, or the charge stations. Okay, EP, all arts have element. Oh, it takes up a turn. You have to wait for the next turn to make a hit. Interesting.
We're good to go.
We're good to go. Right. Crisp onion, huh? Estelle, let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage, they're worth a shot. Roger that! Interesting. CP, interesting. Come on! Oh, strength up. Bro, you missed?
We're good to go.
Not bad. Reviving Balm. Nice, because of you. Nice work, hero. Oh, what a surprise! Another creepy thing. I wish there were an easier way to take care of them. One blow using the S-Craft or S-Break should do the trick for just about any enemy. The catch is, our CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of those moves. These devastating attacks will only be... Okay, what's above 100? Ah, so like special attacks, like ultimates. Does it want us to use them? Oh, S breaks. Oh.
Let's do this!
Oh, let's do this! Holy crap!
Here I come.
Oh! Nice.
Piece of cake.
Curative Horn, huh? Let's use that resting station. Here we go. So that's the treasure chest we're after, huh? If we made it this far, the rest is gonna be a piece of cake. Seems like we got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to the battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. Bonuses which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonuses have the same effect regardless of whether they are allotted to be an ally or foe. Using S breaks to ignore the battle order makes it easy to jump in and strip an enemy of their turn bonus. Okay. Oh, these icons indicate the bonuses allotted. Forge!
good to go.
Small box times 2. That's weird. There's a couple boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact there's not just one, but 2. It's kind of interesting too. Wonder what's inside. Remember, still, our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all, Joshua. This has nothing to do with our mission. It's what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with a teensy-weensy peek, right? If you feel like funking today's test, then by all means, be my guest. Did you just say the F word? Yep, opening one of those boxes could result in an automatic fail for both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua, but I just can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not just ask Mascara when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. Alright, alright. Let's seal up. Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm gonna need to confirm the items in your possession. Yep, did a real deal, alright. I don't see you have any evidence of tampering either. Ooh, that was a close one. I figured she would try and set us up like that. Congratulations to the both of you. You successfully passed your qualification test. You didn't really think something like that simple would be a problem for us, did you? So, Scara, what's in those boxes you had us get? That's for me to know and you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now, so let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? But didn't you just say that we need to pass the test? You still have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm aware that you're both tired, but this is no time to shirk your duties. Let's go back to the guild. When is this day going to be over? Oh well, no sense in giving up when the finish line is in sight. Agreed. It seems like we're within the reaching distance of our goal. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it is your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You can report your results to the front desk in each guild branch, and as you already know by now, Aina is in charge of here at the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you'll be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing the great things from the both of you. Now that we're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of your today's training? Okay. Receive payment for training retrieval. Mira, Junior Bracer. Good job, you two. It seems like you were able to complete your objective without running into major problems. Another thing to take note is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira isn't the only thing you will receive. You will also accumulate points which are known as BP, Bracer Points. BP are an indication of your achievements as a Bracer. When these points exceed a certain value, you will advance in rank as a Bracer and be awarded with a piece of special equipment by the guild. The ranks of a Junior Bracer starts at 9 and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights on marking first rank and work harder. The amount of Mira and BP you will receive will also be recorded in your Bracer notebooks. So, oh, I didn't read that part. All that's left to do is to finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Aina. And sorry about putting more work on your plate than usual. Don't worry about it. Training new Bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. To the bone? And knowing Scara, and I'll evolve the whip. Let me say again, good work, you two. You have now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you will be learning from your own real-world experience. Well then. The 2 small boxes. Aren't those boxes the one... In answer to your question, yes. These are the boxes you retrieved during today's test. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside, Estelle. Are you saying that it's okay if we open them? That's right. Why don't both of you have a look and see what's inside? Sweet. All right, let's have a look. Okay, open. Ooh, are those badges? Oh, emblems. Junior Bracer emblems. This crest is... So does this mean that we're... Estelle Bright. Joshua Bright. Beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as Junior Bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome into the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We become new members of the Bracer Guild. So I'm a Bracer, huh? I think the realization's only now just beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua. You should be jumping for joy or running around screaming at the top of your lungs like this. Oh, look at this world! We did it! I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I hate to interrupt the celebrations, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention. We understand. You've been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during this busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Scara, I just wanted to say thanks. Likewise. I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Scara. Don't mention it. Training new recruits is one of the Bracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago when your father Cassius trained me. So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. As for the both of you, work hard to become full-fledged Bracers early on so you can help guide those new recruits who come after yourselves. And in time, I hope to see you both become respectable Bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. I just don't get it. Get what? This is Scarazard, aka the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young Bracers we're talking about. So why is that she holds Dad in such high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who's always out doing who knows what instead of being a father. A no-good middle-aged man, huh? From your viewpoint, does it come as a surprise that you would see him in that fashion? Huh? Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know that we qualify as Junior Bracers. Right. Hurry up, come on! Wait for me, Luke. Huh? Oh, it's you two. Oh, great, it's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp. What's with the "oh great, it's Estelle" remark? And what's with the big hurry? How about you telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking about wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know that there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat noses in boys' business? Quit acting like you're a Bracer, you wannabe. How wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool who thinks that there's better tasting milk in Liberal than the milk that comes from the Parasol farm. What? No way. You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, just a few minutes ago, we qualified to become real Bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real Bracers. More like Bracers in training, really. Don't think you should be gay on your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now a high pony on the other hand. Quit being a killjoy. Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Unlike that smart aleck and cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a Bracer first. I can accept Joshua becoming a Bracer before me, but a game passed by the likes of Estelle? What's the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a Bracer until you're 16 years old. Get it? Only mature people allowed. And that means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school. I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. You better watch out, Estelle. I'm going to go train at my secret base, and before you know it, I'm going to become a Bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. That boy, Luke. He's always trying to pick a fight with me. I wonder if he just plain hates me or something. Rather, I think it's the exact opposite. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it. It's just a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but it somehow makes me a bit curious. I know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be so inspiring at times. That's not really what I meant by curious. Alright, so we're going home. So, aren't you... Oh, yeah, the general goods store. Oh, right. That completely slipped my mind too. Okay. Where's the general goods store? I think it's here, right? Yep. Hello there, Estelle. Joshua. What are you in the market for today? A new pair of shoes. Now that you mention it, are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Stregas? Unbelievable. You actually already forgotten why we came here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of Liberal News for Dad, right? Of course. You've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid the new Stregas aren't out yet. I do, however, have some copies of the Liberal News, and if that's what you're after. Alright, I'll take one copy then. That comes out 100 mirror, please. Okay, issue 1. I know my dad always buys a copy of this magazine, but does it really sell that well? It sure does. The Liberal News has an excellent reporter and camerawoman who have done a great job reporting the latest and most reliable news. They're even supposed to have a running story related to Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. But enough about that. Why don't you tell me how you did today? Did you make it as bracers? Today was your last day of training, wasn't it? Yup. Everything went smoothly too. But how did you know all about that, Mr. Renan? In a certain sense, both you and Joshua are like celebrities here in Roland. I tend to hear a lot from customers coming through here. I shouldn't have expected anything less from Roland. That grapevine around here is seriously something to be reckoned with. No kidding. The women here especially love the gossip. One more thing. Before you go, this gift is my way of saying congratulations. It's a free sample item I received with my shipment of goods, but don't hold the free part against me. Recipe book. What's this supposed to be for? There's a ton of blank pages. It's a recipe book, isn't it? You got it. When you get hurt fighting, if you just limit yourself to healing bombs all the time, it's going to cut pretty deep into your wallets. This is where the recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free. Assuming you have all the ingredients anyway. So if you eat something new, write it down and what's in it, and you'll have lots of recipes in no time. So how about we try this out? Go ahead and eat this cookie, Estelle. Well, I've made a personal rule and never dare turn down sweets. Okay. Learn maple cookie recipe. Basically, all you have to do is eat the food to learn the recipe. It's as simple as that. As you're traveling about, you should eat whatever food comes across that you haven't had the opportunity to try before. Well, that sounds pretty convenient. It's not that I don't like cooking and all. It's just that I never seem to get any better. I'm sure I'd love to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste buds for once in my life. That's the spirit. And in passing, you are in need of any ingredients, I'd be delighted to service your cooking needs. You really know how to solicit your customers, Mr. Renan. Thank you for the recipe book. We'll put it to good use. Okay. Oh, recommended dish. Sit-down meals, which can be eaten on the spot, and to-go meals, which would be carried as items. Sit-down meals cannot be carried. Okay. Ingredients used for cooking can be bought in the store. Okay, or killing monsters. Now we go home. Estelle, Joshua, am I glad I found you two? Oh, hi, Ina. Is something wrong? You seem to be quite in a hurry. We got a bit of a problem. Is your father at home today? Yes he is. He said something about having to sort out a bunch of documents. What's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? Sure we do. In fact, we saw them not too long ago. What's wrong? Are they some sort of trouble? I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Uni that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies on the northern outskirts of Roland. You mean the Tower of Esmelas? Isn't that place supposed to be a breeding ground for monsters? That's what they said. Unfortunately, at the moment, Scarazar's out in other bracer business, so I want to ask your father to bring the boys home safely. What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Joshua and I will go after them and bring them back. I don't know if that's such a good idea. The two of you only just qualified to be junior bracers today. With all due respect, I believe that Estille's judgment is correct in this situation. If the two of us hurry, we may even be able to catch up to the boys before they reach the tower. I understand. I will take responsibility for whatever happens. As an emergency request from the Bracer Guild, I ask you to lose no time in bringing home the safe return of these children. Roger that. Understood. The Asmelos Towers can be reached by taking the western path at the junction along the Maga Trail. You can get onto the Maga Trail through Roland's northwest gate. I'll be on standby at the guild, so if you run into trouble, you know where to find me. This is our first real job. Come on, Joshua, we don't have any time to lose. I'm right behind you. Okay, so northwest. So here. Oh. That is definitely not it. Oh, she said northwest, right? I am sucky with my directions. West is not on the right, west is to the left. Why am I thinking right, anyway? That's a smaller exit next to the landing port. I know already. Oh. Next to the landing. Alan's off his little world again. I've actually gone drinking with Scarizard before. They have no memory? Oh my god, he wants to ask her out. Okay, you said next to the landing port, right? Northwest. Okay. Oh, it's right here.
Come on.
Oh my god. Ha. Okay, ow. Really? Oh god. Okay, here we go. No!
Not now.
We're good to go.
Oh god.
All right, we're good to go.
Doo-doo-doo. Reviving bomb. Made up for that. Is there a charging station nearby? Oh, here we go. Looks like we come all the way to Esmela's tower. I didn't see any sign of them along the trail, so do you think they're wandering inside? It's quite likely that's the case. Let's go in. Looks like we'll need to really hurry. Right. Oh boy. First floor. It's dark in here. I'm scared. Quit being a baby. We're only on the first floor of this place. Did you hear that? They really did come in here. Still, are you alright? Luke! Pat! If you can hear me, answer me now! Those little brats, are they pretending they can't hear me? They might have climbed up to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them. What are we gonna do? Somebody help! Let's go, Joshua. Right, I've got your back. You monsters go somewhere else. No, shoo, leave us alone. Chew on this. Estelle, what are you doing here? Joshua, you're here too. Get back, you two. These monsters aren't playing around. We'll take care of them. Is it only free? Yeah, but oh.
Here I come.
There we go.
All right, we're good to go.
It looks like that's that. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's safe too. By the way, that was great timing the way you blitzed those monsters, Estelle. You really think so? Is it safe now? Oh man, that was awesome! You really showed them, Estelle. Not bad for a girl. You little twerp. Ow, that hurts! What are you trying to do to me? What's wrong with you? You even dragged poor Pat all the way up here against his will. It's time to think about what you did today. Ow, you're hurting me. Stop it. I said stop it, you violent she-devil. So this is the thanks I get for saving your neck, huh? Looks like it's time to give you some special discipline. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, Estelle, I'm sorry. Everything was all my fault. Estelle, shouldn't we forgive each other like they teach at school? This brat doesn't need forgiveness, but a little discipline should do the trick. Oh. Or does need a little forgiveness? Okay. Estelle, behind you. It's something with teeth, isn't it? Well, what the heck? Nice monster. I'm not gonna make it in time. Huh? Dad, you came. You still lack skill and understanding, Estelle. You must always prepare for your unseen danger by sharpening your senses. That's part of what it means to be a bracer. Dad? What are you doing here? I just happened to be in town and heard the whole story from Aina. I'll give you points for your quick thinking and taking action to come after the children. But you failed to follow through completely. I really messed up, didn't I? It's a good thing you showed up when you did. I'm sorry, I should have been watching your back. That just means that you have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is the key. Understood. So how about we head home everyone? Can you boys walk? I think so. That was incredible, Mr. Bright. You were like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle. Of course I was. I'm her father. All right, everyone, let's file on out here. I'm with you, Mr. Bright. Who's the glory hog now? I mean, I guess I should be thankful that Dav saved my behind, but why does he have to go and take all the credit like that? It really chaps my hide. Okay. That's just the way he is. After all, he is Cassius Bright. It seems you have had a quiet day. That is just unbelievable. The second we get back from rolling, he says, "I'll leave the reporting to you," and takes off for home. The sheer nerve, I tell you. There's no need to make a mountain out of a molehill over it. At least the boys came back safe and sound. Anyway, I think that's all there is to report. Ooh, and Beaver. You did well for your first assignment. From the details of your report alone, I believe I can commend you both for a job well done. You should be proud of yourselves. You really think so? I know so. In fact, you'll do even better on your next job. If anything else comes up, I would appreciate your help again. Sure. How about we head home too? I guess we better. I still got dinner to prepare. Would you mind holding on a sec? A letter arrived for your father just a little while ago. Unfortunately, since he went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. Do you think you could deliver it instead? Letter to Cassius. I wonder if it's more work-related stuff. I imagine so. The letter appears to be from one of our foreign branches. One of the Guild's foreign branches? As I'm sure you already know by now, Liberal isn't the only country where the Bracer Guild exists. On top of that, your father is widely known all across the Zamirian continent, so we can expect these kind of letters from time to time. If you two would be so kind as to make sure he gets this letter, I would really appreciate it. Okay. Hey, Joshua? Do you think I'm really cut out to be a bracer? Well, you seem to have inherited your father's skill with staff, and your nosy personality doesn't let you ignore someone in distress. Really? You think so? Sure, but why are you asking? Are you still thinking about what happened back at the tower? Yeah. Because of my carelessness, Luke almost got caught in the middle of a dangerous situation. If Dad hadn't come when he did, he could have been seriously injured. I guess I'm just worried about whether or not I'll be able to stay on top of things in the future. That kind of talk doesn't sound like the Estelle I know. Huh? If we fail today, then that's all there's left to do is to take back our losses tomorrow, right? Overthinking and worrying about things that haven't happened yet is definitely not like you. Isn't being a bracer what you always dreamed of? How can you expect to succeed if you let something like what happened today discourage you? Joshua, you're right. This isn't like me at all. I don't think a serious expression really suits your face either. You're laughing like a big ditz. You laughing like a big ditz is more natural for you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're going to see my angry expression if you keep that up. Okay. I admit that last comment was pushing things a bit. I'll overlook it this time. And thanks for cheering me up. I don't know about you, but I'm so ready to get home and eat. My stomach's just growling like a bear. Maybe glutton is closer to the mark than a ditz. We're home, Dad. We finished reporting to the guild like you told us to. Good work, kids. The details of your reports will be reviewed at each branch and will affect your pay and the rank advancement in the future. Please make sure that you always remember to do it. Don't worry, we will. Before I forget, I got the copy of the Liberal News you wanted. There was this letter for you at the guild, too. A letter, huh? Well, I'm gonna get cleaned up and start dinner. Oh, and Dad? Thanks for coming when you did today. You really helped me out back there. I see you're being rather gracious today. Papa's happy. How delightful that my daughter has finally understood what a great man her father truly is. There's no need to hold back, Estelle. Come and jump into your father's loving arms. In your dreams, I swear the men in this house have one thing in common. They never know when to shut up. I guess she's not as depressed. I guess she's not as depressed as I thought she'd be. Should I be thanking you, Joshua? I didn't do much. I just gave her a push in the right direction. Estelle's a resilient girl to begin with. Yes, she is, but she still has a long way to go. She'll run into more than just a few stumbling blocks in this line of work, and overcoming those obstacles is what teach her to stand on her own 2 feet. There's that soft side of yours talking again. Oh no! Are the eggs supposed to explode like that? I guess I shouldn't have gone expecting making a perfect meal in a single try. No, wait. Cooking's supposed to be about passion. Exploding eggs are passionate, right? Now, once more. That daughter of mine can sometimes be a little too passionate. I think I'll go have with dinner. We don't want the curtains to catch fire again. Oh god, again. But at this rate, there's no telling when we can expect to have a bite of food ready on the dinner table. Alright then, let's see what this letter is all about, shall we? Cassius cuts the letter seal. A message from the European Empire. What? Wow, this is a surprise. The new dish is what I call Estelle's Explosion over rice. Be sure to savor every last morsel. I will. Your cooking this evening is excellent. My compliments to the chef. This is raw talent at its best. Today certainly has been busy, but great day nonetheless. We qualified as junior bracers, had our first real assignment, and I didn't even lose my eyebrows making dinner this time. Not to mention the food being delicious. For a first attempt, this dish is actually quite edible. At first I thought I might have to pitch out the window when you weren't looking, but it seems the technique won't be necessary tonight. Oh god, that's so mean! Sometimes you're so despicably rude, Dad. Don't you know how to be humble and just say something tastes nice? Alright then how about this? Boy, I never thought I'd be able to eat something wonderful like this before I had to leave on business. You made a splendid meal, Estelle. Thanks, Dad. Wait, business? Are you really leaving again? Yes. Something unexpected came up. This time I'm going to be away for a while. Hold on a minute. You're leaving? When? Tomorrow morning. What? I don't care what kind of job you're doing. That's too soon. It's about the letter, isn't it? Was there some sort of incident? Oh, it's nothing like that. Just a simple investigation. I'll have to visit a number of places, so it'll take me about a solid month before I'm through. That being the case, please take good care of the house while I'm away. What do you mean, that being the case? You always use some vague excuse like that and take off for who knows how long. We have to accept it, Estelle. A bracer's job is to help those who come to us for help. I know, but what are you going to do about all your jobs here at Roland Branch? You already accepted a few of them, haven't you? Oh, about 5 or 6. So I was thinking, and how about the both of you handle them for me instead? What? Are you really asking us to do the work that you're supposed to be doing? That I am. I'll have you do the ones which I think you can accomplish, and I'll ask Skarzar to handle the difficult ones. So what do you say? I like to, but when I think about how I messed up today, is it really okay to leave these jobs in the hands of new recruits? Comparatively speaking, none of the jobs are that difficult, but there are a few in which you wouldn't be entrusted with someone's life. I'm not going to force you to do anything. However, I would like you to sit down and think about it. I don't know. What do you think, Joshua? I agree with Dad on this one. Besides, I think it would be a great experience for both of us. I know as a junior bracers, we're only like a half a bracer each, but there are 2 of us, and 2 halves make a whole, right? Don't you think we can manage these jobs as long as we make sure to back each other up? 2 halves make a whole, huh? I think you're right, Joshua. Dad, we'll do them for you. In fact, I'm really excited to do them now. Then it's settled. I'll stop by the guild and let Aina know about the change of plan before I leave. By the way, Dad, which flight will you be on tomorrow? The one headed for Grancel or the one headed for Bose? I'll be the one headed for Grancel. My flight departs at 10 o'clock in the morning. That means I have to get up a little earlier tomorrow. Better set my alarm clock just in case. Oh, here we go. Dang, there's a lot of talking in this. Give me a second here. Dad. Are you still awake, Joshua? You better hold off on the liquor, or Estelle will get mad again. This is just my way of lifting my spirits before I travel. How about yourself? Would you like to join me for a drink? I'll pass. Actually, what I should be saying here is, don't offer alcohol to minors. I'm not like Skara, who would jump at any chance to enjoy a drink or 10. That's because she holds her liquor much better than I do. There's something really serious happening, isn't there? There's no conclusive evidence, but there appears to be some sort of movement within the Empire. The Aerobian Empire? That sounds pretty suspicious. This movement doesn't appear to be overt, but that's what has me worried. I intend to do a little probing at the Aerobian Embassy to see what turns up. Understood. I'll make sure to look after Estelle while you're gone. Don't you spoil that girl, you hear me? Now that she's become a bracer, she needs to learn to look after herself. Estelle will be fine. She's got good instincts, and despite being a bit rough around the edges, she has talent with the staff as well. There's no doubt in my mind that she'll be a first-class bracer someday. Yet, at present, she's like a babe in the arms who knows nothing about the realities of the world around her. At some point in time, she'll have to choose what path to follow in life. And Joshua, the same thing can be said for you too. It's already been 5 years since you've become part of this family, hasn't it? How time does fly. Oh, it's been 5 years. Yes, it sure does seem that way. About what you said back then, are you sure you won't reconsider taking those words back? For me, keeping my word is what defines who I am. If I can't do something simple as that, I don't know how I could live with myself. I know this may sound stubborn, but I can't take back what I said. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize, but I'd like you to remember this. No matter which path you choose in life, you can't erase these past 5 years. Estelle and I will always be your family, no matter what may befall you. Thanks, Dad. Prologue. A Father's Love, A New Beginning. Wow, that was just the prologue? Or is this no, this is the prologue. Well, it looks it's time for me to board my flight. Estelle, don't do anything I wouldn't do myself, and try not to be a handful for Joshua either. For the umpteenth time, I heard you already. How about you try not to go overboard with yourself over your own work? You're not getting any younger, you know. Say what you will, but I'm not about to be overtaken by any youngsters. Scarizard, I'm really sorry about placing all this work on your shoulders at the last minute. Please, don't be. I'm slightly concerned, however, about whether or not I can do a decent job in your place. There's no to be humble, Silver Streak. And I don't mean to make your life any more difficult, but please keep an eye on these two. You just leave that to me. Is tightening up the reins and not spoiling these two fine with you? You definitely understand the way I think. What's this all about? Listen to me, a mutual understanding between master and pupil. The Granso-bound airliner Linde will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship now. Uh-oh, I better take my seat. Have a great trip, Dad. We'll take care of everything here while you're gone. I'm not sure everywhere you'll be going, but don't forget to bring me back a souvenir. A little fancy something would be nice. Hey now, this trip is for business, not pleasure. If I have any money left over, I'll certainly think about it though. Alright, you two, be good while I'm gone. See you later, Pops. Oh, this is kind of cool. He's gone. Again. Yeah. Come on, you two. There's no need to look so down. Your father will be back in no time. I don't know what kind of investigation he's been asked to do this time, but when it comes to your father, you'll have it done before you know it. I'm not sad that he's gone. He's always been away more than he's been home. Alright, alright. If you say so. Anyway, I'm gonna get to work on those jobs your father left for me. But if you run into any trouble, give me a holler. Will do. But first, I'd like to try and finish a few jobs with Joshua. I want to see what we're capable of as doing as junior bracers. Alright, if you insist. I imagine that Joshua tagging along. There's probably not much to be worried about. Good luck, you two. Thanks. We'll do our best. So, what do you want to do now, Estelle? Shall we go stop by the guild? Yeah, we should probably talk to Aina and find out what jobs are waiting for us. Let's go. Okay, honestly, I think this might be a good time to stop. Let me just go... Okay. I think this is a good time to stop here. File save, and then here. Yeah, we're still in the prologue. Okay. Okay, well, thank you guys for everyone who stopped by and lurked, and for those who say hello. Thank you for those watching the YouTube VOD. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I am very interested about this game now. The lore seems interesting so far. There's a lot of explanation about the stuff you use and stuff. There's more about explaining what the mechanics are in this game. So far, it's very straightforward. I need to read more often and understand things, because this made me so confused. I had to use the blue one, huh? So HP helps, huh? But yeah, these two characters seem really cool. Like, Estelle's kind of goofy, and I like Joshua so far. But yeah, I'm very curious how this is gonna go. Low-key, I want to keep playing, so I might play again tomorrow. But we'll see how that goes. Until next time, though, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a like and subscribe if you like the VOD. I hope that you keep an eye out for the VODs. I usually upload them the day after. And if you want to know when I'm live, just follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, and you can also join the Discord server, which you can see both links of the Twitter and Discord in my Twitch and YouTube bio. So until next time, guys, stay healthy, and see you next time. Bye.